Happy weekend, everyone. I hope you have a great one. Welcome back to the show. Joe here. Now, the thumbnail is not clickbait on this one, folks. I am seriously here, sat in a tower in Dubai, asking myself the question, is Zilliqa dead? Now, for transparency, I was previously invested in Zilliqa, but I am no longer in Zilliqa. A project that I was very bullish about previously, especially in 2021. And then since then, of course, we've had the crypto bear market, and it's time to catch up on more projects that may or may not have been forgotten about. Now, if you're invested in Zilliqa, or whether you're bullish or bearish on Zill, leave us a comment below. I'm genuinely interested to know what the community is thinking. But even if you're a super Zill bull out there, I do think you should be asking this question, and that is exactly why I'm making this video today, because I do have some concerns on the project. However, when we have some concerns, sometimes we've seen a dump, we've seen that yesterday, and we've seen it on the charts, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. Maybe there is an opportunity here that I'm missing, or maybe anyone else is missing. Again, leave us a comment if you think it's time to buy Zill. But if you enjoy the content, make sure you smash up the like, and if you are new here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, select notifications, go back and watch previous videos. We have a whole host of crypto content coming out all the time. Now, on coin market cap, current price at time of recording, just under 3 cents. We're at 277. That is down 18% on the day. Now, we know the crypto market did take a bit of a dump. It was a bloody Friday, and it is going to be interesting now to see if any of these markets get bought up this weekend or early into next week. But Zilliqa market cap less than $500 million. Not great, it has to be said. And rank 144, which is even more of a concern. I remember when I was first looking at Zilliqa, it was well inside the top 100 in terms of market cap. So again, been overtaken by a lot of projects, a lot of new projects. Is Zill becoming a forgotten project? We shall talk about it. Now, volume, however, is up. Obviously, that's because of the trading. There's been a bit of a sell-off. All volumes pretty much across the board are up because certainly a lot of cryptos are being sold or shorted at the moment. Circulating supply, 82% being recorded as in circulation. So not the best, but certainly not the worst either. So that's not really one of the major concerns I have. Of course, Zilliqa is available still on a whole host of markets. We're not seeing it, being taken off any exchanges or anything like that. So no particular bad news there, other than really the price action hasn't, of course, been great when you consider exactly, how much a lot of other altcoins have gone up this year, especially with Bitcoin going to new all-time highs. Of course, altcoins have not done so, except especially when you consider like the AI altcoins have absolutely taken off. They've been the main story of altcoins this year. But overall, coins have still done pretty well, getting back to around about 50-60% of their all-time high. But Zilliqa is absolutely one that is miles off that, and I think we need to discuss why that potentially is. So let's take a look at their site. Now, the first thing I instantly notice here, it has to be said, I don't really think this site has changed much at all in the last 2 years, and that's instantly a bit of a red flag for me, because a lot of other projects, again, are trying to update all the time, stay active, constantly changing things on their sites, looking for new investment, etc. And again, it doesn't get off to a great start here with Zilliqa. But what is even more concerning for me, and again, this is exactly why I'm asking, is Zilliqa dead? If we just come up to the news tab here, we've got the Zilliqa press highlights. Now, we scroll down to these alleged highlights, and you'll notice instantly, I'm not going to click on all of these guys, but this is not a great start. Again, here's one from Cointelegraph here. Look at the date. Forget what the article is. 23rd of September 2022. This is meant to be a highlight. We'll get rid of that one. We go back. Again, the next one, 2nd of September 2021. That's even worse. Again, let's take a look at another one. This one, Tech in Asia. Yet again, May 20th, 2022. So we're not seeing any of the press highlights in 2024 or even late 2023 for that matter. We're going back 2-3 years ago. This really isn't good. Now, if we go to the community, we can go over to the Zilliqa blog. Now, at least this is a bit more up to date. or at least we're getting some information that's coming out here. There's a post 10th of April 2024, again March 27th 2024. So it seems like we are getting some information on this Zilliqa blog every sort of week to 2 weeks. So that's a little bit more promising. But what I do have to say is that it's not really that exciting, to be honest, any of the news when we're seeing what is happening with other altcoins, and we're hearing about all the updates and upgrades they're having. And let's look at this one, Zilliqa 2023 highlights, because I don't remember any Zilliqa 2023 highlights. So you would hope that this would be something exciting or some decent information here. This is the alleged look back at Zilliqa's biggest achievements in 2023. So let's take a look. So this is the Zilliqa 2023 highlights. And again, guys, you can go read this for yourself, and I'll even link it into the description of this video. And we're hearing here 2023 was a landmark year for Zilliqa, with major announcements, technical achievements, new partnerships, and more. I can't tell you what one of those partnerships are, but I'm sure they're in here. But if you just read this, guys, I'm not going to read this for this whole video, read it yourself. It's just my personal opinion. Guys, it's really not exciting. It's not that interesting in the news, and I do think this is why there's no kind of sentiment in the market right now to be getting into ZIL like there was previously in 2020, 2021. This was a project that a lot of us were really bullish and excited on, and then it just kind of went south. We had the alleged big news come out about the Metropolis after the team had changed on Zilliqa a bit and were kind of taking the project in another direction and heading towards the metaverse. And again, oh, don't get me started on metaverse. We know how much of a disappointment, that has been so far. And I was always skeptical. I definitely was a metaverse skeptic. If been watching us or been aware of talking crypto with me in the last couple of years in particular, I was always had my genuine concerns on metaverse, and I was disappointed when Zilliqa switched and kind of went more down that route and away from the DeFi route, which we're seeing a lot of good rally in the market at the moment, especially projects that are going all out DeFi. It does seem DeFi is where the majority of the interest is back, certainly in altcoins, again away from the AI being the top tier of interest at the moment. So metaverse still not looking great, but we're not hearing anything about it on Zilliqa, and that again turned out to be a huge buy the rumor, sell the news, where we've seen that crazy pump, and then it just completely dumped. And we'll take a look at that in the charts in a moment. So my point that I'm making here on Zilliqa is that I'm just not seeing that interest, that excitement, any genuine information. I can't tell you anything great that this team is doing. Now, you guys may be out there, big ZIL fans. You'll be, of course, maybe following ZIL on X every day, and I'll be completely transparent. I'm not doing that. I don't have all the time in the world to do that. If you're an absolute diehard ZIL fan here, please leave us a comment below. I'm not literally slamming ZIL. I'm not slamming the Zilliqa project. I am just raising some genuine concerns that I think anybody invested in Zilliqa or considering to be investing in Zilliqa should be asking. So that is the whole point of this. Now let's take a look at the charts. I bought into Zilliqa way back here, initially buying too high, but I did DCA into the project, which actually turned out to be a very good decision, especially when I tripled my position down here in March 2022. And then very fortunately, again, this was just a bit of luck more than anything. I didn't have any inkling that this was going to happen, but I just thought the price was pretty good then. And of course, once you're out of position, it's always potentially a good strategy to dollar cost average. Of course, this is not financial advice, and there is no guarantees in these markets, but this worked out well for me, made that magical internet money on Zilliqa, that we got this huge Metropolis pump here. Now, I was actually in my previous employment at the time. I remember the exact day in work when this got all the way back up to 23 cents. Of course, it didn't take out the previous all-time highs here in 2021. So a lot of people were potentially holding for too long, looking to get north of that 25 cents, and maybe got a bit greedy. I wasn't actually able at that time to sell that second because of a task I was on at work when it got to 23 cents, but I did manage to get out a few hours later, fortunately, and sort of got out between 18 and all the way down here to, I think it was about 15 cents at the time. So that was okay, and obviously with what happened all the way down here as the bear market continued all the way way into the lows with the FTX crash, etc., and the rest of the market in 2022. So good decision to get out. Now, what has kind of happened since? Because of course a lot of altcoins have started off like ZIL did. They went back down here and then they've gone like up like this. And Bitcoin's say back up here, AI coins are all the way up here, and then the majority of altcoins are here, and then obviously Zilliqa's here, which is pretty disappointing. So again, not too technical that, but what the point I'm trying to make is that Zilliqa hasn't really got to the highs that other altcoins have at the moment, and there's just been in this pretty boring consolidation here. Again, you could say, yeah, we got a bit higher, but look, we've got dragged back down again. So what is kind of coming next here for ZIL in terms of price action if we don't really get any great news here? So I'm going to be a little bit more positive now. I'm going to say it's not a total disaster. We had a few decent touches on down here again, so we seem to be holding a decent level of support, but I'm just not a buyer here on ZIL at the moment, guys. I gotta be honest, the way we've sold off, some people are going to think this is an opportunity and off we go again, and maybe there's some big news on Zilliqa coming just around the corner, but I'm just not smelling it at the moment, and I kind of feel it would not surprise me if we just do some kind of a head and shoulders here and then eventually just come back down in the summer to retest this trend line. So that wouldn't be a shocker for me, especially if Bitcoin has a deeper correction and Ethereum has a deeper correction. I do think that a lot of altcoins can get pulled down here. Now, again, just zooming in on the daily chart here, we have a potential three wave correction complete. And just looking at the Fibonacci retracements here, we've literally bust through, especially that Friday dump. We've gone all the way through the 786, not found support, 618, through the 0.5, and now we're very close to touching the 0.382. So this could be an opportunity to get in if you kind of feel that this is just a flash crash on a lot of altcoins and you think Zilliqa is just one of them that could rebound here. I mean, we did get all the way back up to around about 4.5 cents here, again without any great news, which was still over a 2, maybe around about a 3x pump from this low in January this year. So again, I'm saying not great things happening for ZIL, but there's still almost a 3x pump there, so it's not totally disastrous. It's more like a 2.5x pump. So it's just a little bit not exciting at the moment, but again, there could be great gains to be had. And if we get pulled back down, to retest this trend line, guys, I don't think it's a complete disaster for ZIL. However, if that trend line breaks, then it's really not great. So there is the risk of this happening, but the chart just isn't that clear. And I think it's because what is happening with this project isn't that clear either. And that's why we're not seeing as strong a rally on ZIL. Now, if you are bullish long-term on ZIL, if you have more of an insight into the project maybe than I do, again, leave us a comment below if you think this is a juicy time to buy. So I wouldn't be shorting this here. I'm not saying sell ZIL. If the time to get out, I think, was much further back here at the start of the month, if you were looking to get out. But then again, I still think there will be people that maybe got in this area and will be thinking, damn, we still haven't really taken off. This way we've pulled back again. Is possibly just a free wave correction again. So we could be looking to go higher up again. So it could be a decent opportunity to get in. One thing we should be looking at is the RSI here is, in fairness, resetting quite nicely, coming down pretty steep with the price action also. So that's not a bearish sign at the minute. Again, maybe we get dragged just to this 382, which is coming in about 2.5 cents. I do think there is going to be some buyers and certainly some believers still on ZIL around about that 2.5 cents, even if it gets dragged a bit lower to 2 cents. So I still think, yes, a little bit boring, no news, long accumulation period on ZIL, but it remains to be seen if it is well and truly dead. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again.